toward Cora. She didn't bother to stop playing when I knocked. I have to say she's very good. Lightning shot across the western sky, and though both women flinched, Cora, without thinking, smiled. She'd always loved these late spring storms. They came on so fast, rolling in from the prairie on expanding columns of clouds, a welcome release from the day's building heat. An hour before, when Cora and Viola were canvassing, the sun was hot in a blue sky. Now rain fell fast enough to slice green leaves from the big oak outside the library. The lilacs trembled and tossed. "Don't you think she's a tiresome snob?" Cora hesitated. She didn't like to gossip, but she could hardly count Myra Brooks as a friend. And they'd been to how many suffrage meetings together? Had marched together in the street? Yet if she passed Myra today on Douglas Avenue, Cora wouldn't get so much as a hello. Still, she never got the feeling that it was snobbery, as much as Myra simply not registering her existence, and there was a chance it was nothing personal. Myra Brooks didn't seem to look at anyone, Cora had noticed, not unless she was the one speaking, watching for the impression she made. And yet, of course, everyone looked at her. She was, perhaps, the most beautiful woman Cora had ever seen in person. She had pale skin, flawless, and large dark eyes, and then all that thick, dark hair. She was certainly a talented speaker. Her voice was never shrill, and her enunciations were clear. But everyone knew it was Myra's looks that had made her a particularly good spokeswoman for the movement, a nice antidote to the newspaper's idea of what a suffragist looked like. And you could tell she was intelligent, cultured. She was supposed to know everything about music, the works of all the famous composers. She certainly knew how to charm. Once, when she was at the podium, she'd looked down at Cora, right into her eyes, and smiled as if they were friends. "I don't really know her," Cora said. She looked back out through the blurred windshield at people ducking out from a streetcar, running for cover. Alan had taken a streetcar to work so she could have the Ford. "Then I'll inform you, Myra Brooks is a tiresome snob." Viola turned to Cora with a little smile, the ostrich plume grazing her chin. "I'll give you the latest example. She just sent a note to the secretary of our club. Apparently, Madame Brooks is looking for someone to accompany one of her daughters to New York this summer. The older one, Louise, got into some prestigious dance school there, but she's only 15. Myra actually wants one of us to go with her. For over a month." Viola seemed pleasantly outraged, her cheeks rosy, her eyes bright. "I mean, really, I don't know what she's thinking, that we're the help? That one of us will be her Irish nanny?" She frowned and shook her head. "Most of us have progressive husbands, but I can't imagine any one of them would spare a wife for over a month so she could go to New York City of all places. Myra herself is too busy to go. She has to lie around the house and play the piano." Cora pursed her lips. New York. She felt the old ache right away. "Well, I suppose she has other children to look after." "Oh, she does, but that's not it. She doesn't take care of them. They're motherless, those children. Poor Louise goes to Sunday school by herself. The instructor is Edward Vincent, and he picks her up and takes her home every Sunday. I heard that right from his wife. Myra and Leonard are alleged Presbyterians, but you never see them at church, do you? They're too sophisticated, you see. They don't make the other children go either." "That speaks well of the daughter, that she makes the effort to go on her own." Cora cocked her head. "I wonder if I've ever seen her." "Louise, oh, you would remember. She doesn't look like anyone else. Her hair is black like Myra's, but perfectly straight like an Oriental's, and she wears it in a Buster Brown." Viola gestured just below her ears. "She didn't bob it. She had it cut like that when they moved here years ago. It's too short and severe."